Another word that has shown up for me is fear. My body is like, I feel like I'm wanting to jump out of my skin. Fear for me today is knowing that I'm in the middle of a huge change and I don't know where to go. And I was reading Robert Fritz's book about the path of least resistance. And the one thing that he talks about when you start making these changes, don't make any sudden moves. Like, don't sell your house. There's no place to go. And yeah, and I did exactly that. I made a sudden move, and I can't really say I regret it, but it's put me in a position of fight or flight right now. And I just am afraid I don't have enough time to make the right changes for the things I want. And right now, I don't even know what I want.
So is there any other choice than fight or flight?
Breathing and observing.
And so what would you call that?
That takes work.
So does fight and so does fighting.
Yeah, I know what fight and flight just seem more natural, and breathing and observing and focusing is not an instinct that's natural to me.
Nor anyone. In our world today, anyway. So if you're fighting, what do you want when you fight?
I just want to be able to relax right now and get my mind to stop churning.
What would you choose to create?
I'm choosing. I'm going to choose to be in the moment. I have stuff that I have planned for the day, and I'm not going to let other things be on my mind. And an old way of dealing with this type of situation is not being utilized any longer. And so my body's just having a whole new reaction. It's like it's suddenly aware and it's not asleep anymore.
And what would you be aware of?
That I'm in the middle of a shift and I need to get grounded. I was doing too many things at once and I wasn't able to focus on any one thing.
So what could you create? Just for today.
Create one happy day and just let everything that's been bothering me just go and not think about it, because thinking about it, worrying about it's not doing me any good. And that's not a good way of self-care.
And yes, there is a way that we have to do that. We can't get around it, if you will. And I find that is what we want to fight in flight from.
I just want to say to Mona Lynn, I'm so sorry that you've encountered this experience. It's unbelievable what you're going through, and I can't even imagine it. You're a strong person, Mona Lynn.
Thank you, Nick. Nikki, you've been awful quiet. Do you have a word for the day?
Hi, Mona. Hi, Annette. Hi, Jessie. Yeah, I do have my word for the day. It's high five.
Mm.
And high five means celebrating you. That's what it means. So I high five you, all of you, celebrating all of you. Thanks.
Ready?
I'm ready. I'm always ready. High five. Boom. Thank you.
Did you
Yeah.
do it, Mona?
Thank you. I
Did
felt
you
that.
allow the high five? All right.
Yes, I did. And it released some good endorphins.
Sounds like the right track. Gathering, yeah. Mm. Well, 30 minutes in. $30 in. Time remaining. What are you here for? What's your intention, your purpose? Put it in the chat for me. Send it to all of us so that we can all see yours.
Can you just repeat that? You're asking what is our intention for this morning?
Mhm. Yes, the
Yeah.
next 30 minutes. Yeah. What do you want to get out of it? What are you here for? All right. Thank you. And then anything you'd like to say before you do have to pop out?
No, nothing too much more. Just like I said, I just came here to say good morning and to say hello and just to actually, I think I even asked it, how's day 91 and congratulate you basically on having a quarter of a year of gathering everybody. That in itself is a great feat. And I thank you for having this space for us to come and go. So I'm going to pop off now, carry on my day. My dogs are waiting and I've got a place to be. So we will talk later.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Nikki, what do you share about celebrating life today?
But I celebrate life today. Can you say that again? I just want to make clear what I heard.
You're high-fiving life.
Yes. Yes. High-fiving. Yes.
High-fiving.
Yes.
Celebrating.
Yes.
Sunday.
Yes.
The day to end a week and start a new week.
Mm-hmm.
listen and learn.
Mm.
Bye, Mona.
Bye. Mm. Mhm.
Well, hi, Nikki.
Hey. Hi, Jesse.
How does your week look?
Yeah, it looks well. It looks good. It looks good so far. What I can see so far, what I've written down so far, and it's good like that. Yeah, it's going to be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
I can only do my best. So that's what's required. You know, I mean, it's like everything is just what it is. You know, people plan things and things don't work always the way you want it. And then it's how you handle it. You know, how you're going to go through it. How you're going to deal with it. There's always something. So I'll take it as it comes. That's all you can really do.
Mhm.
You can only plan so far, you know, so much.
Yeah. And I think that is the key to purpose.
Yeah. Right? Your plan and purpose and plan. Yes.
Mhm. And then
And you
put
got to
in
have a plan.
expectations.
Yeah.
Purpose.
But yeah. And I like the fact that you asked what's your intentions. You know, that's very powerful. It sets you to focus of what you want to do, you know, or what's the internal motive of why you're here.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
Mhm. Well, the point of the exercise is to reveal resistance.
Mm-hmm. Great. Yeah.
Even in myself.
Yeah. In every like, yeah. That's the thing. I think resistance is it's just what it is. It's not going to go anywhere. It's how, you know, it's going to be there all the time. It's to yeah. That's the breakthrough of pressing through the resistance, the uncomfortable, you know, being uncomfortable to be comfortable.
Who makes it?
Who makes it?
Yeah. Who makes it being the resistance? Who makes the resistance?
We do.
You do. You make
Yeah.
yours. I
Yeah.
make mine.
Yeah. Correct.
Hmm. And it's
But
just to
that's it.
tell us if we're on our purpose or not.
Yeah, exactly. It's not the enemy, really. If you think about it, it's not an enemy. Because without that, what would we want to challenge ourselves with, you know?
Mm.
There's, you know, that saying where you can have anything, but you can't have everything. Yeah.
Yes.
So you gotta just make that choice.
Easier said than done.
Exactly. I was gonna say that. I was just about to say, I was waiting for that. I was actually waiting for you to say that.
Mm.
Because I was thinking exactly the same thing. And that I understand. And that I really can now truly understand. You know, other people's journey, other people's lives, where they are, where they should be, where they shouldn't be. It's just what it is. But it isn't easy. No. But I think that's why we have each other. We have each other's backs.
Mhm. Yeah, it's very important.
Yeah, even if the person you think is stronger, wiser, or whatever you think, it still needs encouragement. It still needs, to be celebrated.
Yeah.
Mm.
There's that hierarchy again.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Mm.
Where everyone else knows better than us.
Right. They maybe have
That's
gone
what we
through
think.
experience. Maybe the experience they've gone through, maybe they have a little bit more experience. That could be, not to say they're better. It's just they experience something that you haven't experienced yet. But what I like is um, what you said yesterday. When you surrender, you survive, we can thrive.
Yeah.
And yeah, and the connection, what I love about when you talk about connection, and it talks about a connection. The connection's so far important because no one cares what you know until you know how much you care. Yeah.
Mm.
Right. And then with that, I find education where says learn, listen and learn, because it's part of it. It's education. It's educating yourself that you know better, you can do better. So those two things, everybody, and less is better. I said yesterday to somebody, because I was doing their hair and makeup, and she was saying, wow, Nikki, it's like, yeah, I look like me. I said, yeah, because less is better. You don't have to put heavy makeup on to look like something else. It's less is better. And I also feel that, where I like the fact that I know when to talk and when not to talk. And I just know. I know this now. When to talk and when not to talk. And to listen. But then you have somebody say something like, oh, you know, A, B, and C, or whatever they're thinking. And you go, yeah. Then when you do talk, then you're talking too much, you know? So it's this whole understanding of what you feeling and what you want to share. And people like it, people don't like it. It's going to be okay either way. But I think the listening, the stillness is vitally important. It's helped me tremendously. It's really powerful.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And as a society, we are afraid of our own silence.
Yeah, so true, hey? Mm-hmm. It's just the feeling, you know, what feelings are going to come up, you know? We denied ourselves so much to how we should feel. And that's where we actually scared of our own feelings, literally. We are.
Yes.
Because we're not, yeah, it's just, yeah.
Because that feeling is just saying, look at me,
Yeah.
pay attention to me,
Yeah.
let me free.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
No, it doesn't say that, because
No.
if it said that, we would let it go. But
Exactly.
we're used to the patterns that it's been playing since a child, before
right.
we can even remember.
Exactly. And the story we tell ourselves. The story we tell ourselves. Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The story we tell ourselves before we change the feelings.
Yes. Yes. Oh, brother. Yes. Wow.
Now is only real, but it's not always the truth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But the now is all we have,
Mhm.
you know?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And so when you can be in that now moment, now, in this now moment, to be here with all your five senses, it becomes really alive and real.
Mm. I think of structure, and structure is 2 or more points.
Yes.
And when we always are in the moment of now, so that is always 1 point.
Yes.
And then we choose. So this one's, we're always tied to this one, and we may not know it. Like, this anchor
Right.
point's always here.
Correct.
And then whatever we contrast it to, think about, feel about, is the other end of the structure.
That's right. That's right. That's what you're creating.
That is what you're creating.
That's what you're creating. Either way, you know, it's just that's structure. It's got integrity. It's gonna create, and it's gonna come back to you, and it's gonna show you. And all you're gonna have to look at it and say, what was I thinking? Yeah, literally, what are you thinking?
Yeah. Yeah. Best one is to not judge what you were thinking. Yes.
Exactly.
Because we all know who is the toughest judge.
It's us.
Of ourselves. No one judges us as hard as we do.
Exactly. That's so true.
And there's There's no grace in that.
Yeah, there's none.
It's just the second point in your structure. And that will reflect life.
Yeah. Yes.
Being plus doing equals experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
And any charge will trump your thinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
I loved a battery needs both the positive and the
Oh,
negative charges.
that's so good. Oh, that was so good. That's so good. I mean, literally, if you get that, I think, wow, it'd save you a lot of trouble when your battery's flat.
Yeah, right.
Oh, it can save you a lot of trouble. Woo. Yeah, that was awesome. So good. Yeah, beautiful. I love that. Really love that.
My daughter had a friend over. So first time she's kind of had a friend over.
Oh.
All week long was planning for it, right? And I had rules that I had to do and could do and couldn't do, of course.
Yes, yes, yes.
It was just fun. It was just like at the end of it was like, well, how did it go? It was great, better. And then like I asked, well, did it go better than you thought? Of course.
Yes.
The real experience is always better.
Babe, is it? Yeah, is it? Mm-hmm. Yes. So sweet. Yes.
And it's every moment that for the hours that they did whatever they did. It wasn't every moment, right? It was
Right, right.
wonderful, but it was the what do we do next? What do we do next? What
Yeah,
next?
yeah,
What do you
yeah,
want to do
yeah.
next?
Yes, yes, yes.
All that mattered is that they were together playing, and it's different than what they would do normally.
Right. Yeah. I think it's the same with me on my day of my birthday. I didn't expect my friend, and this is my neighbor. We're very good friends, but she really did surprise me. And I gave her a suggestion. I said, you can come have a class. It's a free class, if you want to yoga class. And because I was doing the 4:30 class, and then there's the 6 o'clock. And she said, can I do the 6? Because it's like, no, it's not heated, right? So it's just, I said, yeah, of course. And when she came through the window, the glass window, and she just like waved to me. Okay. And I cannot tell you the joy seeing her there. It was so delightful. I was so happy. I was so happy. It was like so amazing. And then, of course, because of hot yoga, I had to quickly like shower and get ready to the next class and get into the, and then she put a mat next to mine kind of thing. And it was just like we did nothing and just doing our poses and doing our yoga together, And once or twice she looked at me going, uh-oh, like this is like heavy. It's just experience of having that and having her there and get to connect and have just that bond, of interest and love and fun. And she was so looking forward to it because she said, I really needed this, Nikki, because, just needed to stretch, needed to feel good and just going to sleep better. And then afterwards, after class, we said, okay, what we're going to eat. what are we going to eat for a meal? And I said, okay, this is what I'm going to have. She says, okay. So she poses me a photo and says, look what I'm going to have. And she's having what I'd suggested, you know, what I'm going to eat. So it was just like, yeah. So it's very contagious when you're around something that is making you feel good and you're having fun. You know, it's very contagious. It's a good dolphins. It's good vibes. That's what you want. And it's because I think what's also it's just acceptance of who you are. You don't need to be anybody. I choose you. I'm here with you. I want to be here with you. We're having a good time, and that's it. It's acceptance. And when you accept somebody for who they truly are, it's a real gift. Because I think everybody wants to be accepted for who they are, for who they really are, no matter how you show up. And people show you, you know, they show you who they are. You don't have to tell them. You don't have to tell them anything. And that's okay. It's all love. That's the beauty. That's when you can really truly high five and celebrate yourself and others. High fives.
High five.
High five. Yeah.
That's right. High
Yeah.
five.
High five, man. Yeah, it's cool. So.
And it is.
Mm.
It is. So 90s complete.
Yeah. Wow.
And one starting and no idea what it is.
Yeah.
Just like knowing that this is the beginning of the beginning.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
The new 90 days.
Mm-hmm.
Experiences are just over.
Mm-hmm.
That is now a memory.
Mm-hmm. Love it.
So the same thing works. You and I can work this, which is fine, but it's for when you think of a memory, where do you go?
Huh. Where do you go when you have a memory? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Like, would you think like, because scientifically I know this, you know, like when you talk about a memory, like they don't even know. They don't know. They don't even know where the memory comes from. So it's like, but yeah, I just have a very sharp memory. I can remember everything. Literally, I am like that's what I have. I just have a very sharp memory. I can tell my sisters and go, "Oh my goodness, Nikki, how do you remember that? How do you remember that?" I go, "Oh, I remember everything." And it's not a good thing, it's not a bad thing, but it's like sometimes it's like when I remind them, go, "Oh my God," they say, "No, I didn't know that." Okay, oh yeah, yeah. But yeah, it's a good question because scientifically they don't even know where the memory comes from, you know, where it's coming from. So that's really quite something. But that's where I think the nuance in your brain, when you get to learn new things, you create new memories, new things, right? So yeah. So yeah, yeah. You tell me. What do you think?
The past.
Mm. Mm. And that's why we live. We live in the past, and that's where we can never really go forwards, because it's that memory of stuckness. Because usually a memory could be a good memory, and that's what I choose now, good memories. But there's memories that just like you go, wow, it can wipe you out. And that's also because of things that, you know, was very painful. And that's another thing. So you got to choose. You got to be painful, you know, you want to continue allowing your body to go through the same trauma of pain, or do you want to just heal? And I choose to heal. My body wants to heal. I need, and I give my body what it needs now to heal, because that's what I want, what I'm choosing.
And what charge would you give pain?
Right now, my charge of pain, I can honestly can tell you, this is what I feel in my heart. It's something yesterday I felt there was so much gratitude coming through that I couldn't feel any pain.
Mm-hmm.
I had so much gratitude. I have too much gratitude. I have so much gratitude that it's like, when you have gratitude and really grateful, you can't really think negative. You can't have, there's nothing negative. There's nothing that's holding you or keeping you, stuck, or it's just gratitude. And then that comes with grace, and then you realize that, wow, I'm grateful for people that hold space for me, that I can feel that if I fall off grace, that they will still hold me, and that to me shows me even more compassion for humanity, and thinking if they can do that for me, then I can do that for them.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all fall off grace. We all.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean it stops me loving you.
Mm-hmm.
But people stop loving you. And that's a choice they make. That's not on me, it's on them.
And so we
not
can
personal.
look to our back. We can, yeah, nothing personal. We can look to our past.
Yeah.
And it can be positive.
It can be so positive. And the beauty.
Word.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm listening.
The word you spoke for that was gratitude. I love that.
Absolute. And when you think about charge, when you talk about something from a past experience and it doesn't charge you, there's nothing, it's like just talking, like there's not even a change in your tone of voice or feeling like emotional about it. That's when you know you've really grown and you passed through it, and you've learned the experience. It's just the experience. It's not who you are. But defining yourself because somebody did A, B, and C to you, then it's like, yeah, how much, like you say, pain, how much grudge do you hold? How much unforgiveness do you hold? Because you are the one that can only move yourself forward. You're the only one that can move the needle. No one can move it for you.
So when you think of a memory, how do you do it?
Oh, that's a beautiful question. That's such a beautiful question. I love these questions. You know that, right? Woo, that's like, give me a moment. I put a smile on my face. I take a deep breath, like literally, I feel and it's always to do with something of movement or something delicious,
That to me sounds like you make sure it's positive.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's something of experience that I did maybe for the first time, ride my horse with my closest friend, you know, my best friend in Cape Town, or going to the beach and swimming on my lilo. It was a canvas, like a canvas floater that you ride on.
Mhm.
And to me, nature has always been something that I've easy can, like walking in the mountains, a lot of mountain walking. Yeah. Eating a grenadella lolly on the beach. You know what a grenadella lolly is?
Mm-mm.
It's, you know, grenadella, you know, the fruit
Mm.
grenadella.
Mm-mm.
It's delicious. Oh my God, it's so good. It's very sweet, and it's got like these little black pips, but it's grenadella. Anyway, they make lollies out of them, like ice lollies. You just eat it on the beach.
Mm.
It was good.
So I hit my point here is just to notice our process. We have a mechanic. We have a process that allows us
Yeah.
to look back at our experiences, recall them,
Yeah.
experience them again.
Mm.
Now, how is it any different if you wanted to do that to the future?
Oh, come on now. That's so beautiful. Oh, that's so beautiful. And what a possibility it is. That's the beauty of it. That's the creating. That's the creator. That's when we're making it happen. Because it's possible. And like like you say, what's the past? It's just like we can create in the future. And that's it. It's really exciting. It's just exciting. For me, it's very exciting. The possibilities, just no limits, just get into that feeling of it and just being it and allowing it.
Yeah. So people can go back to their memory, back to a good memory they had, experience that, enjoy it, bring the emotion, and then look to where would I see that in the future? What would I be doing?
Yeah.
And you're creating a future memory that it becomes a second point from where you are now.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Yeah.
So my rubber band is connected to the future of what I want, what I
Yes.
choose, what I could create, rather than being attached to the past that I don't want.
Oh, exactly. Exactly.
That's the importance of focus.
Oh, yes.
Focus of our space.
Mm-hmm.
Because I take up my space, you can't take up my space. Only I
Mm-hmm.
can.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then our time, we share time.
Mm-hmm.
Today we do.
Yes.
But in that is we can live in the past or live for the future.
Exactly.
And whichever one you're focused on, you'll experience in the now.
Exactly. Yep. Yes. 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 Oh,
I find a natural structure. And for most people, is that the positive is the future, and the past is the negative.
yeah. Because it's gone. There's nothing you can do about it. It's gone. It's gone. You know? And when you really wake up, you want to wake up still in your body. You don't want to wake up dead, because it's dead. It's gone. It's nothing. Nothing. People are that you maybe have something that's still lingering, you know, they maybe be dead 10, 15 years and you still got something, you know, against them, for example, or whatever experience you had. And this is where, you know, letting go, it's, yeah, of course it's not easy, but it's necessary if you want to really be the creator of your life. If you really want to see change, it's the forgiveness. Forgiveness is not a feeling, it's a choice. You choose it. If you allow your feelings, it's gonna scream at you, go no. And it's gonna tell you everything. Why not? But it's a choice, you choose. You know, you can't be pitiful and powerful at the same time. You got to choose. And I think when we always keep saying to others, you know, trying to make it out like we understand that it's not easy. It isn't easy. Nothing is. But you also got to tell it as it is. Also, you can't sugarcoat it all the time. You're not children. You're not a child anymore. You don't need a pacifier all the time to suck on. So, you know, when you get to a certain stage in the baby, you've got to take that dummy or pacifier out of the mouth, you know, and say, okay, now we're going for solid food. But that's it. And comes a time when you just have to understand that, you know. But yeah, it's a process. It's just a process. But what is important here, I think, is, like you said, communication. To communicate. And when that is being properly communicated and received properly, then there's a lot of learning there. Because there's understanding. Because a lot of people before you, it's just understanding. When you can understand and not assume, not in your head assume things. It's the same, I think, with like, how do you define yourself? How do you find others? And how do you define the world? There's those unpacking questions. Very powerful.
Mm-hmm. Very powerful. I was working with, unpacking questions are great. And then it's like, well, how can we unpack it, and how can we unpack an experience?
Mm-hmm. How can we? Mm-hmm.
Especially one that's like right in the moment that people can see themselves, which was why I was
that
having
is advanced.
chats.
That's advanced. That's very advanced maturity there. That's advanced. That is advanced. I'm just going to tell you up straight. That's yeah. I hear that, but that's a lot of advanced maturity there, you know. And wow, that's beautiful. Yeah. And please God, I hope we can get to that, you know.
Well, we do, because once we see it once, it's like, I want that again. I want that again. And then when we start looking for it, we create it.
That's right.
It's got to show there's a demonstration.
Oh, demonstration. Yes. Mm.
Hmm. Here comes the sirens.
Mm. I love it.
They usually fire up about this time.
Do what?
The sirens usually fire up about this time.
Oh, you say
The
siren. I thought you
sirens,
said
yeah.
silence.
Yeah, that too, but I had an ambulance that I could hear in the background.
Oh, I didn't hear anything. I heard silence. I didn't say sirens. Oh,
Oh,
that's a
good.
difference. Yeah. I thought it was silence. I thought it was a silence. I honestly just like, yeah. You know, the best part of, I'm just saying, with doing a yoga class, for example, in the end, we give 2 to 3 to even 4 minutes to just lie and do nothing afterwards, because that's actually the work. That's actually all the work that's in that last pose. You build yourself to that moment that you can lay and just give yourself that total surrendering for 2 to 3 minutes. And when I had Melissa, my friend, and Nazette was also behind, was in the class, but um, she said, "Oh my God, I felt like I was hypnosis. Like, what's going on?" But she was so relaxed, because that's, where you should be. You should be in a place where you could be completely silent, with, in yourself, and feel completely relaxed. And then I said, "How does it feel in your body?" She said, "Oh, it feels like amazing. Like I feel like I've slept for like an hour." I said, "Isn't that interesting?" And that's really the work. Then it's done. And then you're not in flight and freeze, you know?
Oh, you've risen above it.
Mm-hmm.
It's another level. It's allowing, which is allowing the fight to not be a fight. Don't need to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Don't need to run
Exactly.
away. It's
Don't
not a
flight
fear.
either. Yeah. Yeah.
And only and you are the only one that can change how you feel.
Yes.
Any moment. And that is well, that's why being aware of the now, or all we have is the now, is
Yes.
so important.
So important. And it's freeing.
It is where everything happens.
Absolutely, Jesse. Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we can wait for it to happen, or we can go after,
Yeah.
create it,
Yeah.
be it already.
That's it.
Power of structure when you see it.
Mm. Yep. Yep. Yeah.
Pulling apart your charge and to the thoughts and to the feelings and separating them as an observer.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, why did I
Wow.
react to respond? Why did
Yeah.
I choose that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. That's it. Bless you. Oh, that's so true. Ah, that's spot on. So true. Yeah.
Mm. And wisdom.
Mm.
Wisdom is just the difference between where I am and where I want to be. In that space, wisdom appears.
And you can also ask for the wisdom, you know? You can ask for wisdom. You don't have because you do not ask. You have to ask. You have to ask for help. Ask. Help.
And then
It's okay.
listen
And then listen.
to your answer.
Yes.
You see, we've never been taught that. We've never been
No.
taught that we have the answer.
Amen. There's it. That's it. That's right. Yep. The power is within us. It's already at it really the power within us. We have it all. We have it right now. But it's that discovering of these things that we need to just walk it through, you know? Because you can hide, you can run away, you can do this, you can do that, but then you just stay where you are. There's no going forwards. But it's also a choice. What do you want? You know, you want to go to the left or do you want to go to the right?
You want to keep playing more of the same?
You want to keep
can.
playing, yeah, you want to keep playing, then yeah, play. But
If you don't, pay attention to where your thoughts and feelings are.
yeah,
If you're focused on the past, focused on negative, that's what you're going
yeah,
to create.
that's it.
Look past, at least practice gratitude,
Yes, yes,
because that opens the space for the now to allow the future.
yes. And your thoughts are chemical. You know, if you have like a positive, beautiful thought, you're creating chemicals in your body. It's the same with the negative. You create a negative, you're creating that chemical cocktail going through your body. So this is where you are the creator of everything that you are now, creating everything and have always created everything. And when you take that responsibility, you can say, okay, now I know where I want to put my focus. And that's truly listening to yourself first. it's like love me, love me, love me, but that's very needy. Just love, just be loved, and you'll be loved. That's it. It's, you know, it's just that needy, want. No, just be it. Just be it, and you will attract it. And that's where, honestly, if I look back in my life and I see why did I attract the same man, let's just say, I understand my pattern. I understand the pattern. I understand. It was eternally. I was actually, yeah, I was familiar with that. But now it's not familiar. You know, it's very like, no. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, I see the pattern. I go, no.
Mhm.
But it wasn't the person. It was me. It wasn't the other person, because I was attracting the same person. But it was me attracting that. It was me internalizing what I was feeling that was familiar. Now it's very unfamiliar. And now I say, no, that's okay.
Mhm.
And the nice thing I'll say is, from a woman perspective, I think what's lovely, it's about, of course, you have to be independent, and you got to go out and have structure and you know, have a life in the sense of, and that takes masculine. Yeah, you got to be masculine in that, right? But it doesn't mean that she wants to be masculine. Yeah, she wants to stay feminine. She wants to be dropped in her heart, that she can feel that you know, there's a masculine man that can be able to be in his own masculine, you know, that he can allow that. Because there's a lot of women have to be very masculine now to work and home and do 2 jobs and kids and all that, you know, and then they're finding it very difficult, you know, to have a relationship with a man, or find a man, because they're so masculine. But actually they're not. They just have to be like that. But once he comes into his masculine and allows himself to allow her to drop in her heart, to be herself, that she can drop into her feminine. Because that's what she wants. She wants to be feminine also. As much as a man to also have his feminine, in knowing that he doesn't have to always be the doer. He can also relax. So it's a balance. It's that lovely sequence of just going in and out in what needs, when it's needed. Follow? Yeah. I feel that's a lot of struggle that a lot of people are going through now.
Mm.
That's what's
Sure
coming up
is.
for me in this coming weeks, you know.
Yeah. Being something you're not.
And be something that, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
See, we've created other people's judgments, expectations, and
Mm-hmm.
of what people said has worked for them,
Mm-hmm.
that we are trying on.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying on other people's shit rather than our own.
Exactly. Yeah.
We assume they got it figured out.
No, they don't.
And then I'll go find someone new to listen to, pay,
Mm-hmm.
follow. We still
Mm.
need that, yeah. But for a different reason.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
I'd say one of the things that I was noticing was dependency.
Mm. Mm.
It's a fascinating concept.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help anyone.
Mm. Mm. Ah, yeah, that's so good. That's so
And I mean, there's versions of it, right? There's a dependency is like dependency is to count on someone.
Mhm.
But that's different than do it
But it
for
should
me.
be more of a partnership. It shouldn't be like a dependency, you know, it should be a
Yes.
partnership.
You're right.
I think once it becomes like, you know, a need, then it's just changes
Mhm.
the dynamics of what it is.
Yeah. But disappointment's the only thing that comes from it.
Yeah. Right on.
Because it's like, oh, you do it for me, so then I get just like I have the result.
Uh-huh.
And what that says is, well, I don't deserve it, I can't earn it, and therefore I won't experience it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the pattern that will keep playing.
Mm. Yep. Yep. Oh yeah. I hear that. I hear that. Wow.
And I'll say, like, this morning, I mean, Mona, like I have like a grace knowing like this was 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, those old patterns, right, from way back when. They never know when
Yeah.
they'll show up and surprise us.
Yeah, unexpectedly too. They
Unexpectedly.
just come like, where did you come from? Like,
Yeah.
I thought
Why
that
do
was
I need to
over.
learn? Why
Why
do I need to learn
that
this again?
Oh my goodness. I hear that. Oh,
I've never said that one yet. Yeah, right. And the problem is I know there'll be another lesson around it too, probably.
yeah. But that's the thing when you haven't learned the lesson. I guess it sort of like repeats itself till you learn it. And that is the truth, eh?
Mhm.
But it's
And
like layers. It comes in layers. But then when
just
you
enough
look
to
back,
handle.
yeah, right. But what I enjoy is knowing that if there was something like this that did happen, that I can handle it differently. And then I can also observe that, think, oh, that's interesting. And, you know, so yeah.
And then the advice that we would, a powerful creator gives doesn't help either. So
Yeah. Oh my goodness. The lessons of life.
the lessons of life. High five.
High five.
The lessons of life.
Woo. And they come, boy. They come. They don't stop.
Well, I mean, they do at some point. But
They do. That's true. But new lessons. Always learning something.
Yeah,
So,
like death will be a new lesson, right? And
oh
that
God,
one. So
yes.
I'm not ready for learning that one yet. But
No, I don't want. No, that can wait. I got a
That's
few more
that's right.
experiences that I want to experience still. Yeah, no.
And then the next worst one is living in the past, holding on to
Oh.
everything, recreating the same thing over and over again. If
Yeah,
that
I
is
know.
not insanity crazy, then
That, oh God, that is. It really is. You're doing the same thing, expecting something different. Literally.
I did it for
literally.
I did it for 42 years, you
Oh,
know.
come on. Like I'm the preacher's daughter here. I'm exactly. I know exactly whatever I say, I've gone through it multiple times. So yeah.
Yeah, and when you go through it multiple times, you learn the shortcuts.
Oh, and am I enjoying those shortcuts? I'm
So am
enjoying
I.
this
I
Oh
like to
my
learn from other
God, I'm
people's
so
shortcuts. So
grateful for those shortcuts.
right. Me
Oh my
too. I
good.
love the shortcuts.
I love the shortcuts. Oh my gosh. Just love it. Oh, it's fabulous. Fabulous. Shortcuts. We love those shortcuts. Bring on the shortcuts.
That's right. The structure shortcuts.
Yes.
Don't make it 3, only make it 2, because 3 is way
Yes.
too complicated. Simplify it.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, it's great, man. Really great. Super grateful.
Me
That's
too.
for sure. Yeah, I'm super grateful.
Me too. I'm gonna go deliver a cup of coffee. Do you
Yeah.
wanna stay talking? I can stay around. I'll just be a minute.
Yeah, I can wait for you. That's cool. If you want to say ciao bye, then I see you tomorrow. But if you want to just go for coffee and come back, yeah, sure. I'm
My
cool.
wife's they're gonna get ready to go. So yeah, let's call complete today.
Yeah,
I
okay,
really enjoyed it.
cool. Jess,
Yeah.
I love this. Thank you so much. And high five.
Let me either.
High five. Celebrate
High five.
today. Celebrate your coffee, your family. I celebrate you and I thank you. Cheers. I really do. Just be in this now moment, just enjoy. I'm gonna brew some nice coffee myself, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jason.
Thank you, Nikki. Thanks for sharing the morning with me. Yeah. Sharing topics that move people, that help people. That's our aim.
Amen.
And it's from our experiences.
Yeah.
And like yesterday was part of it is what I'm learning is to just with the information that I get in the moment, what is it, and just to honor what it was. And for the fact that you and I had that moment of going back into my alone vision, what that validated for me was that 2 of us are there.
That's it. There's it. Is it?
And so it was like at day 90, I could celebrate one getting
Completely.
there, wherever that was.
Yeah. It's beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful. Beautiful.
More stories to come about it, but
yeah, so many more stories, new stories, and yeah, it's exciting. We get to be the author, of our stories now. We have the pen to this paper now. We get to rewrite it, and it's very exciting. It's so exciting. And I'm very excited that I can have this celebration and celebrate us with this, because this is really the next level. This is what it is. So thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Thank you for contributing, and have yourself
a high five. Yes.
a high five day.
Yes.
All right.
Thank
Till
you,
tomorrow.
Jess.